You co-sponsored the bill to create the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. It's, of course, now the law. The tragic death of professional golfer Grayson Murray, again, highlights the need and the impact and the mental health impact really on everyone. This is a 24/7 free hotline. How much of an impact has it made since it's been in effect, 2 years?
It's actually extraordinary. I mean, in the first year alone, calls were up 50%. So 50% more Americans were getting urgent help in a time of need. Some statistics show that about 90% of the calls received result in a life saved, which is incredible. But listen to this, texts are up 1,435% because you can text as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so that's obviously what young people are doing. It shows that a lot of young people are getting help. An extraordinary increase from before, but of course it also shows that there's a real youth mental health crisis in America.
Millions this has helped.
Literally, this is saving thousands of lives per month. And I shared these statistics with a school group on the Capitol steps not too long ago because I want them to know that the work we're doing matters for their lives. I don't know if middle schoolers were that impressed by statistics, but then a woman came up to me and said, "I'm sorry to interrupt you, sir, but I just want you to know that your law saved my daughter's life." And then she introduced me to her 13-year-old daughter. That's the impact.
Save one life. That's remarkable.
What more do you think needs to be done? Do you think that anything more in this space needs to be done?
I mean, first of all, I love the fact that you're talking about this because we still need to let more people know that 988 is out there. We're expanding language support so people can call in different languages now. We want to make sure that every American knows about this. But then the second thing is we do need to get just more mental health professionals to work in this space because after you have that life-saving intervention, that doesn't mean that everything's just fine, right? Then you need follow-on care, and it's really hard to get a therapist these days.
So the work continues.
The work continues.
But the work is good the way we're going so far. So as a member of the Special Committee on China, it brings me to this question. What do you make of the new 10-year agreement to bring giant pandas back to the National Zoo?
Well, everyone is relieved because we miss the pandas. And I have 3-year-old and 5-year-old at home. Like, I want them to be able to see the pandas, and they don't want to miss the pandas, right? But let's not gloss over the fact that we have some serious issues with China. And China has said very clearly they want to invade Taiwan. That could literally start World War III. Of all the things that we talk about, that's probably the single most important thing that I'm working on right now is preventing that from happening, preventing China from starting a war in the Pacific that could literally bring us into a nuclear war.
That is frightening.
We could wake up tomorrow with 2 U.S. aircraft carriers and 4,000 American kids at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, and that would just be day one. So we have to succeed at deterrence. We can't let this happen. I know it's not what we're thinking about right now, but this is actually some of the real important work that's going on behind the scenes in Congress.
Yeah. Congressman Seth Moulton, it's always great to have you with us.
Thanks for having me back.
Thank you for starting off June with us here on The Record.